Welcome to our brand new state-of-the-art news studio with the latest technology. I want to walk you around and show you some of the coolest parts. Come on, let's go. Does your dog get the zoomies when you get home? You're just so excited? Yeah, I mean, something like that. Well, owners of a coffee shop in Missouri are capitalizing on those bursts of energy. You guys were not with me on that at all. You never know what you'll see as you're driving around Mobile. Maybe this. A woman caught on camera dancing on top of a car in the middle of Schillinger Road. Now she's facing charges. This is not your average police chase because the suspect is a goat. Mom.
Okay, there you go.
It is Mom?
Yeah, gotta commit to it, Cherry.
Mom.
There you go. There you go.
Is that what you were looking for from me? All right, there you go. One thing our entire news team is really excited about is we have 44 monitors in this new studio. 18 right here behind me. And if you put all 18 of these together, that is longer than 21 feet across. When you're behind the anchor desk, one thing that is very important, lighting. Growing up in Mobile, I remember being able to go pretty much anywhere without the fear of getting shot. But through the years, I have personally seen the changes. Not long ago, I took my young children to a public playground where we had a gun pulled on us. Behind the gun, teenagers. You may be asking the same question I am. What happened to Mobile? Hopefully your family won't ever be subjected to it at a bowling alley or in a car simply trying to get from point A to point B or at a playground. But until we all get on board and take the aforementioned steps to stop it, it's not going to end. A carjacking suspect crashes at a Fort Walton Beach gas station while allegedly trying to run someone over. Keep your eyes on that green and white van you see. Police say 22-year-old Elijah Sutton was inside of it and did a lot of damage at the Sefco on Emerald Coast Parkway before being arrested. Look at this. Runs right into that pole. Now, Michael Matthews says he stopped at that gas station on his way to work yesterday morning when Sutton ran up to his work van, opened the door, and pulled Matthews out. And as you can see, things escalated from there.
I don't know, Cheers. You see anything out here you like so far?
Debbie, I'm just wondering how I would get in those trucks.
Exactly, right?
A Hummer found buried. You know, the giant SUV. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. How long did that take? But here's why authorities believe it was done: to commit insurance fraud. It's Friday night, yes, and that means high school football games. We're asking you to send us pictures and videos showing your school spirit. Well, I made a video showing mine.
That's great.
Once upon a time, I was a Murphy High School cheerleader, so I put this throwback video together, found some high school pictures, my freshman and JV cheerleading uniforms, and one uniform from my varsity years. I'm still looking for the others. Now, we aren't allowed to play the music behind this video here on air due to copyright, but the song playing in the video is Hey Mickey by Tony Basil. You know the one. No other song makes me think of my cheerleading days more than that one. Good news is right now we're told no one is hurt, but we are also being told by officers that a man barricaded himself inside a home right down Pollard Road on Pecan Street. You can see those flashing lights down the road. Being a parent is the most rewarding part of life, but it's hard. Tom Brady says the hardest part of parenting is being rich. TMZ's Jacob Wasserman is back with us. Jacob, at one point in his interview, Brady says, "We have people who clean for us, we have people who make our food, we have people who drive us around." As a mom myself, I think that would make life a lot easier. If I had those things, I would have more time to concentrate on just being with my family, which the majority of us, unfortunately, don't have time to do. Hey, Scott had a chance to put a ring on it, and he didn't, all right? He had plenty of chances to owe it. A cat has been employed at an Ohio bookstore for 14 years. Yes, I said a cat. And now Otis is retiring. We love animals here on the 4 on 5, and we know you do too, so we show you as many as we can. Look at this. See anything interesting about this goat?
His ears.
Yeah. Simba the baby goat is getting attention for his 22-inch ears. Do you remember the song when we were little? Do your ears hang low?
Yeah,
Do they wobble?
that's exactly.
Animals love Christmas just like we do, and Santa knows that. So he made a trip from the North Pole to visit animals at the Cincinnati Zoo this week. I want a hippopotamus.
I was not thinking that.
I thought you would be. We're finally hearing from a Pensacola man who says he's relieved murder charges against him were dropped, but he says he's still suing the police department. There's a secret hidden within the walls of the inn. Most guests don't even notice this door underneath the staircase. Behind it, another door. This one in the floor, leading down to an even bigger secret. Are you like me at the point where you only answer a phone call if you recognize the number? We just don't have time for annoying robocalls, right? Americans received more than 7 billion of them last month. The front room collapsed right after Captain Toller and the baby got out. Captain Toller told me on the phone this afternoon he didn't even have time to turn on his body cam when he heard those cries for help. The baby formula shortage is becoming more widespread. All of us who are parents with infants know that. We've heard what not to do, but what should we do if we can't find formula in stores? We've been following this growing issue here on the 4 on 5, and today 2 doctors from Infirmary Health are joining us live to answer that question of what to do. Living on the Gulf Coast, water is life. We're surrounded by it. So learning how to swim early on is so important. How early, you ask? Well, about this age. Today, we are recognizing a Baldwin County woman who always puts others first and has, in a sense, performed medical miracles, helping kids achieve things doctors said they wouldn't, even those who can't afford to pay for treatment, all while fighting cancer herself. She does it at the Buckaroo Barn in Bay Minette, and it's described as a magical place. After spending only minutes here, I could feel the magic too. There's a sense of peacefulness as soon as you hit the long country drive leading up to the barn, where donkeys, dogs, cats, and horses are waiting to greet you, along with the sweet sound of children laughing, children healing. And the woman behind it all is described as nothing short of remarkable.
All right, let's go, Braxton.
Helping children achieve what they never imagined they could, and in some cases what doctors said they never would, is what drives Christy Chastain.
She's just the kind of person you want to be like. Christy is amazing. She's just a godsend. They can achieve great things.
Christy is truly one of the strongest, most positive and driven people I've had the pleasure of spending time with. She is a mother of 3, but considers all of the children she helps her children. The kids in her care continue hippotherapy until they reach their goal. As much as Christy inspires them, she says they inspire her to stay strong, to push through obstacles, and in her words, to get on that horse and ride. The world shocked by the death of Bob Saget, and now maybe even more so by the autopsy report. It shows the late actor and comedian died last month in Florida from an accidental blow to the back of his head. The news about the cause of death raises some medical questions, as most of us have hit our head at some point. Dr. Ashley Williams from USA Health is joining us to answer those questions. Thank you for being here, Dr. Williams. Bob Saget hit his head, obviously didn't think much of it, and went to bed not knowing how bad it actually was, that his brain was bleeding. Dr. Williams, how hard would you have to hit your head to cause a brain bleed? Is there any way he could have known he had a brain bleed without seeking medical attention? How long do you typically have after that initial impact to seek medical help if it is a brain bleed? The real estate market is something right now. I have seen some local homes that were listed a year or 2 ago, now listed again for $100,000 more. Experts say prices are increasing at a rate not seen in decades. Some of the unsung heroes of war are the soldiers with fur who fight for our country on 4 legs. Well, did you realize that many of them are sent into war and never make it back home to the United States? They're just abandoned in war zones. Well, a Daphne man is spearheading an effort to help those war dogs get home tomorrow, and you are invited. I want to get straight to some breaking news. Mobile police arrested a local school employee after an investigation concerning an alleged inappropriate relationship with a student. A 4-year legal battle against the Mobile County School Board is finally over. The lawsuit dismissed. The multi-million-dollar lawsuit centered around videos showing students attacking other students on school campuses, some of what was alleged hazing. A PACE teacher with the Mobile County Public School System, a mommy podcaster with thousands of followers across the country, and a homeschooling instructor currently helping more than 4,000 Mobile and Baldwin County families with at-home education, all 3 with children of their own. And they all have different answers when asked for the one thing they use at home and on the job that they truly believe will boost your child's brain power in 2022. Your child's brain is like a sponge, soaking up everything. So it's important to keep their wheels turning, and that's not always easy. I mean, we're parents, and most of us aren't professors. Remember, brain power goes beyond computers and cool tools. Experts remind us that the most important things we can do for our children is make sure they get enough physical activity, solid sleep, nutritious meals, and have a secure home environment. Cherish Lombard, WKRG News 5.